Hey guys, what's today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right guys? Happy Tuesday. So, y'all, I am multitasking, of course. That's my life. I'm multitasking. Guys, last night the Lord gave me I had 10 dreams, dreams. So, the Lord he had me on a roll last night, y'all. But I feel well rested. But the last thing he gave me before I wake up, that's what I'm going to release to you guys, because this absolutely blew my mind. And you guys hear me say in a lot of videos, a lot of prophetic words. I don't like saying videos because that sounds like something people just make to entertain. So you hear me saying a lot of prophetic words in the videos that I make, that we are not to box God. And I always tell you guys, he speaks to me through dreams, numbers, visions, different things, but I don't box him. I'm he can speak to me any type of way he wants to speak. I'm receptive to it. My heart is receptive. I'm open to it, right? I don't know what y'all, I bleached my shirt. I just noticed that in the camera. It's all good. But he speaks in so many different ways, so I don't box him. And God will use anything. He will use anything and anybody to speak to you. Now, you have some religious folks, they miss out on a lot of what God says because they are quick to say, no, he wouldn't use that to speak to me. He wouldn't do that. Person is not even of God, so he's not going to use this person. God will use anybody, honey. He chose his disciples, all of them, from off the streets. If he wanted somebody holy, he would have went to the church to choose his disciples. He didn't. He chose them from the street. So he will use anything, anybody, guys. Don't box God. So anyway, God has only spoken to me with a song, and I know when he speaks to me with the song, because I will wake up out of my sleep humming the song, right? And he did that to me one time last year, and it was never a song that I released to you guys because it was for me personally. It was him telling me how he felt about me as an individual, right? And the song he used, it wasn't a typical, most religious folks would have been no, he wouldn't have chose that song. I know it was my Father choosing the song for me. So that was the only time God has spoken to me through a song, in my sleep, right? Now, I could be listening to gospel music or something and he'll start ministering to me through the song, but this is different. I mean, me waking up out of a dream humming a song, or not even out of a dream, but out of my sleep humming a song that I don't know. That rarely happens to me. But guess what? It happened this morning. So I'm going to release the song, the meaning, and what God gave me about this song. If you are religious, do not watch this video, because I don't want to hear any feedback about, do you know the person singing that song is this, is that? Yeah, I do know. I'm actually going to speak about the actual person during this video. But I don't want any comments I see that are just religious. I'm deleting and I'm blocking, because this platform is not for you. Go choose somebody else. And you guys are going to hear me say that disclaimer in a lot of words, because I don't have time to be monitoring people's. No, you're going to get blocked. I don't box God, and I would advise everybody here not to box God. If you're trying to develop a relationship with God, do not box him in this walk, guys, because you will miss out on some very crucial information because of your mindset. God is not religion. He's not religious. He's spirit. He's spiritual, and he will use anything and anybody to get his point across. He does not care. He created everything in this world. He created the whole world. So he will use anything and anybody in it to get a point across. So do not box him. But anyways, guys, hold on. So anyway, I woke up out of my sleep, guys, and just picture yourself. I was dead sleep. I was picture yourself, eyes closed. So I was like this. And the minute I woke up, guys, I was just like, and I just started singing this song, right? And I'm like, what is this song? And the Lord has taught me, right? He's like, Google has an app for this. Hum these. He's like, keep humming until you get to the app. Hum it into the phone and it'll find the song for you. God taught me this last year when he first gave me a song, and it was a song I didn't know. So I was humming it, And I'm like, ooh, I don't want to stop humming. And he's like, yeah, don't stop humming. He's like, but there's an app for this. God is telling me there's an app for this. Hum it into Google. So last year, God taught me that. So this time, I knew what to do. I kept humming the song until I figured out how to get to the Google app to hum the lyrics. And I hummed the lyrics in the phone and found the song. It is a song that I've heard before, but it wasn't a song that I knew, right? So I'm just like singing the lyrics to the song. Like I literally opened my eyes and the lyrics just flowed in humming through my mouth. So I'm just like trying to find the song, and on the first try, Google humming, okay, you on point. Like Google humming did the darn thing. Like it found the song the first try. So guys, the Lord had me watch the video to this song, and he also had me read the lyrics. And as I'm watching the video, because I'm getting ready for work, I have a TV, like a small TV in my bathroom on the wall. So as I'm getting ready this morning, and don't judge me, y'all. People be having TVs in the bathroom. I do have a small, like, flat screen on the wall. But as I'm getting dressed, he has me get my notebook, watch the video, and take note of what he's speaking to my spirit about this song, right? So he had me watch the video, listen to the song, read the lyrics, and he just began to minister to me. Hold on, guys. Multitasking. So I'm looking at the video, and as he's ministering, I'm just like, ooh, wow. And I bet I could guarantee you guys, the person who made this video in the song, there's two people involved, a male and a female. I guarantee you they don't know how prophetic that video is. Now, if you're religious, you may be like, oh my God, I can't watch this. This is too much. It's really not too much. The video is very prophetic down to the time of the video. The video that I found, and it's only the video, no commercials, no nothing, just the video. I had to go to YouTube to pull it up. The video is 3 minutes and 16 seconds. And what the Lord said when I even saw the time on this video, he brought me back to John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Right? He brought me to John 3:16, and y'all, I hope y'all know John 3:16. If you don't, just look it up. But he brought me back to John 3:16, and he said, as he's taught me before, the first step to love is to give. For God so loved the world, he gave, right? So the Lord taught me a long time ago that the first step to love involves giving, and people miss this part. Even when you're married, you come together, it's about giving for the other person, and the other person gives up something that means something a lot. That one person gives up something, it's early. One person gives up something that means a lot to them in order to save the other person, to help the other person. And the other person in a marriage union would do the same, vice versa, give up something they love to save the other person. So in a marriage, you die to self and you give in the marriage. And the Lord has taught me this over and over and over. The first step to love is to give. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. So he gave up someone he loved to save people that he loved, okay? He gave up something he loved to save something he loved, okay? So the first step to love is giving. And I hope y'all are following me on this. But he had me recognize the timestamp of this music video. And I'll actually link the music video for those that want to watch it that's not religious, that just wants God to teach them. I'm going to link the video below in the description box. But that's the first thing he had me notice about the actual video, right? Hold on, guys. Okay, so the song, and you guys may see the screen jumping because I'm pausing you guys because I'm multitasking. I'm working and I'm doing this video. So the song that he gave me that I was humming when I woke up, it's called Dancing with a Stranger it's by Sam Smith, a guy, and Normani, I think that's her name, Sam Smith and Normani. And what they are both singing about in this song is the fact that they know that they're meant to be together with one another, but because of their pridefulness and not wanting to go back and tell the other person, they decide to go out and date and be with other people, right? As opposed to just coming to one another and saying, like, this is what I'm feeling, okay? Pride is in the way. And when I read these lyrics, you guys will understand, but this is how even God broke it down to me. And he said, many of you guys that are standing for your husband, my face is starting to itch, that are standing for your husband or your wife, it's the same way. They know that you are the only person that can light that fire within them. You are the only person that can light that fire, but because of their pride, they're not coming to tell you this, okay? And even down to the name Sam means told by God, or God hears. From this part, you know, Sam is the guy who sings the song. I hope y'all are following me. His name means told by God, or God hears. It is the surname of Samuel. And even with this part, the Lord spoke to me and he said, they know that you're the person, the wife, the God-ordained spouse that they are supposed to be with. But what does Scripture speak on? Pride comes before destruction. So their pride is in the way, and as opposed to humbling themselves and coming back to you and speaking what's on their heart, they are being prideful. So with that pride is coming destruction. And yes, people say pride before destruction, speaking of how God will humble you, and he will. He'll bring your prideful self right down. But a lot of the times, God just has to sit back and watch you bring disaster upon yourself from having pride. He will sit back and let you do your own disaster in the situation. And it's just like your husband or your wife, who this is for. They let pride get in the way, as opposed to telling you what's really on their heart and how they feel. They choose to date other people, to get engaged to another person, to go marry another person, and this person is not filling their heart. This person is not filling their heart. Home is where the heart is, right? Home is where the heart is, or heart is where the home is. However you say it, it makes sense either way, if you ask me. But this person doesn't have their heart. And even in the video, and we'll get to more revelation. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. Hold on, guys. But the Lord is saying they're being prideful. They're being prideful in this situation. Like your husband or your wife, they don't want to come back to you because of pride, right? They're prideful and they're arrogant. So they choose a different partner. Many of you are standing for your husband or your wife, and they're dating multiple people, okay? That person is not filling them. All they're doing is creating a soul tie with that person. Some of you have spouses that you're still married to, and there's a separation, and he's with somebody. All he's doing is committing adultery and creating a soul tie with this person, okay? All he's doing is, she creating a fire in him, all right, and it's a fire of hell, not a fire as in like sparking a flame within him. It's not the good kind of fire. This is the fire that burns, not the fire that purifies. So a lot of you are going through this situation. So I'm going to read the lyrics to you guys, and then I'm going to give you what God gave me about the song. But again, I just woke up. As soon as I opened my eyes, it just started humming from me. Like I started humming the lyrics, and the Lord had me hum it into Google. He gave me the song. He gave me the interpretation of what he is saying about the song. And it's basically what I just said to you guys for who this is for. So again, the song is by Sam Smith and Normani. And they're both singing to each other. And I'm going to stop in between as I'm giving you guys the lyrics just to break it down, even though it's truly self-explanatory. But I was so excited with this word because God don't speak to me like this. I've seen one person on YouTube that he speaks to through music, and I thought it was pretty dope through songs. But he spoke to me today, so I'm going to be obedient and release this to you guys how he gave it to me. And even down to the fact, as I was looking up the song lyrics in the video, he had me he had me look at a little bit about Sam Smith's history. Sam Smith, the guy who wrote the song, who's singing the song, and he actually came out as being gay in real life. And when I saw this part, the Lord said, yeah, it's the same thing, whether you're choosing to be in a gay relationship or an adulterous relationship. The Lord said it's still sin. Both of them lead to death if you keep engaging in it throughout your life. So he's like, there's no sin greater than the other. The only difference is different sins may come with different consequences. So for example, if I steal a piece of candy from my mom's room, okay, versus me robbing a bank. I may get killed or shot by a police or whoever and sent to jail, or however that works out if I choose to rob a bank. I just sinned by robbing that bank because I was stealing something. But me stealing a piece of candy from my mom's room, that's not going to have the same consequence. My mom is not going to kill or shoot me for stealing a piece of candy. So that's how the Lord explained it. He said, all sin is sin. It's the same. He doesn't look at one sin as being greater than the other. The only sin that's greater than all of them is blasphemy. Okay, and we're not even going to go down that road, but he's saying all sin is sin. So whether you're in a gay relationship or an adulterous relationship, it's sin. It's sin. Okay, so that's what he had me pull from a personal fact about the guy who wrote this song. But in this song, he's actually singing to a woman and she's singing to him, and it's yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I already know someone's going to comment, oh, well, did you know he was gay? Yes, I know. And my father still used even that situation to get his point across. Okay, so don't come in the comments with that, guys. Let's see. Okay, so it says, I don't want to be alone tonight. It's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I'm still thinking about the things you do. So I don't want to be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. Can you light the fire? Question mark. I need somebody who can take control. I know exactly what I need to do because I don't want to be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. This is Sam singing, the guy. And then he goes into the chorus. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Dancing with a stranger. Okay, let's stop there. This is the guy Sam singing in the song. And what God is speaking of with his portion of the song is, again, Sam, just like your spouse, your husband, your wife, they are prideful. They are missing you. They are thinking about you. Sam's name means told by God is one of the meanings of Sam's name. The Lord is saying your spouse knows that you are their God-ordained spouse, but they're choosing to remain prideful. Okay, in the lyrics, Sam is saying, it's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I'm still thinking about the things you do, so I don't want to be alone tonight. Your spouse is missing you. They're missing your cooking, your hugs, your love, everything, the God in you. They're missing everything about you. But because of the pride, they are choosing to go outside of that union with you and date or sleep around. Some of them are engaged. Some of them are married. But that person that they're with, those people, many of them are with multiple people. They're not lighting a fire within them, okay? They don't light a fire within your husband or your wife. So even though they're with these people, they're still thinking about you. Even though they're engaged to this one person, they're still thinking about you. Even though they're married to this one person, they're still thinking about you, because the only person that can fill that void when it comes to that connection, that love connection, is the spouse that God ordains for you, which is why the Lord said in Genesis that he'll find someone suitable for Adam. And we went over this before, right? Suitable means acceptable, worthy, fitting, proper, becoming, correct, capable, desirable. Those are all definitions of suitable. The person that they chose to go out and sleep with and do whatever with and dance with, okay? When you dance with someone, you're going to the beat of the music, right? In life, when we choose to partner with our God-ordained partner, we are dancing with them for life. So we are walking to the beat of life with your spouse, okay? Whoever your God-ordained spouse is trying to connect with and dance with, okay, they're not even on the same beat, because that's not the wife that the Lord has made suitable for them, okay? Meaning someone who's fitting, who's worthy, who's right for them. They're not on the same beat, right? So let's go back to the song lyrics. He goes and says, can you light the fire, right? He's asking the other person, can you light the fire? If it's not your God-ordained spouse, ain't no fire gonna be lit. It's gonna be a different kind of fire, but not the fire you're looking for. And he says, I need somebody who can take control. I know exactly what I need to do because I don't want to be alone tonight. Your spouse is trying to fill the void that only you can fill because you are their God-ordained spouse with outsiders. Nobody can light their fire. Nobody can take control over the situation. As in control, he's saying in the song lyrics, like, who can take this urge of wanting you out of my mind? Who can take control of this? Okay, that is pretty much what Sam is saying in this song. And I'm explaining it to you how God gave it to me. God is saying nobody can take control over the situation because the Lord is the only one that's in control. So until your God-ordained spouse does what God is telling them to do, they're going to keep dancing with different people, okay? And I can't wait until I get into the video. Actually, as I'm going over the lyrics, let me get into the video. As I'm watching the video, guys, and Sam is singing his part, he's in a huge mansion type house by himself, lonely. And he's looking through his sliding glass window and he's looking at, his backyard. He has a beautiful pool. He's in a mansion, okay? And he's singing these song lyrics. The Lord is saying, for many of you, your spouse has the money, the cars, the houses, everything, and they are still feeling empty. Why? Because they're not living by the will of God. They're choosing to follow their own will. Okay, in the video, he's singing and it starts off and he's in a big, beautiful house and it's empty. He's lonely. Okay, and that is the same thing that's going on with many of your spouses at this time. Okay, as he's singing his part of the song lyrics, we're still on Sam, the first part of the lyrics. As he's singing, in the video, you can see strangers, like women, different women dancing around him in the video. And he's sitting in his house in a chair and you almost see like a spirit come out of him as a woman and she's like moving and dancing on him. Okay, and it looks like spirits. They're not actual people. And there's so many people in this video around him dancing with him, but they're all spirits. Some are coming out of him. Some are like dancing and singing the songs in his ears or whatever. The Lord is saying again by this part, all they're doing is creating soul ties. It's like the person isn't even there in physical form with them because they're not getting anything filled within them from this person. They are just creating a soul tie. And I want you guys to look at this video, who this is for, who's not religious, because you will see this video is very prophetic, okay? There's so many spirits coming out. Sam is literally sitting in his living room singing the lyrics to this song, and there's spirits coming out of him as they're showing like these people, women that he's dancing with, that he's singing about, but they're all spirits. They're transparent. You can see right through them on the actual video. And again, the Lord is saying all this other person is doing, your God-ordained spouse, is creating soul ties. They're not getting filled from this relationship. There is still that empty void, and they're just creating a soul tie with this person. And it's demonic. It's a demonic connection. It's not from God. So anything that's not from God is not from the light. It's from darkness. So I hope you guys do go watch this video because you'll see what I'm saying. But yeah, you can see all the women he's dancing with in the video. They look spiritual. They're transparent figures, even in the video. And that spoke a lot. God really spoke to me about that. But he's saying, yeah, the person is prideful. And because of their pride, they're not coming to you to tell you this is how I feel. Instead, they're dancing, as in partnering. When you're dancing, you're partnered up with somebody and you're moving to the song, right? The beat. They're partnering with someone and trying to move through life with this person. It's not working out, okay? The second part of the song is the woman singing. And she says she's laying in the bed on this very front part, and she wakes up out of her sleep and she starts singing. By even this part, guys, and take this for a man or a woman, it could go both ways for both parts. But he's saying they're waking up out of their sleep thinking about you. And the first thing they think about is how to fill this empty void within them. And you are that filling for them. You are the only person that can fill that, right? Bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. You could only become one with the person that God has ordained you to become one with, okay? So this is the woman's portion of the song. She says, I wasn't even going out tonight, but boy, I need to get you off my mind. I know exactly what I have to do. I don't want to be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. I think it's funny that they say this 3 times in the original. Yeah, okay. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. And then she goes on dancing with a stranger, dancing with a stranger. It's just a repeat of those lyrics. Same thing. If you're a male and you're standing for your wife or marriage, whatever your situation is, the Lord is saying they wake up thinking about you. And as opposed to telling you how they feel, they'd rather go out to the clubs and party and be with different people to try to fill them. It's not filling them. They don't even want to go out. She says in the lyrics, I wasn't even going out tonight, but boy, I need to get you off my mind. So they're trying to do worldly things, and this is for a man or woman. Even though this part a woman is singing, they're trying to do worldly things to forget about you, but the void is still there. The void is still there. So you are still on their mind, but yet they're still moving, going to the clubs, going out, hanging with different people. It's not doing anything. And look at both lyrics. They're both saying, look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. They're both blaming each other in the song. It's nobody's fault but the person's fault that's choosing to continue to dance around and be with other people. It's not the other person's fault. They could simply go to the other person and say, you know, I know what God told me. Like, I know that you're my spouse. I know you're supposed to be with me. I'm supposed to be with you. Let's make this work. But pride, guys, will make you go in a whole different direction, and it'll be dark. And as opposed to you taking responsibility for your actions, you blame other people. Pride is very dangerous, and that is what both people are doing in this song. So I'm not going to keep reading the lyrics because it's the same. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. It just repeats itself. So they're choosing to dance with the devil. And if you guys have ever heard the quote, dancing with the devil, people quote that in so many different ways. But it means to engage in risky, sinful, reckless behavior that leads to death. That is what dancing with the devil means. It means you're choosing to partner with Satan. You're involving yourself in sinful behavior that only leads to death. So in a sense, you're dancing with the devil. You're partnering with him. You're moving to the beat of his drum. And if you're moving to the beat of Satan's drum, you off beat, honey. And that beat gonna get you burned. But yeah. The Lord is saying they're choosing to partner with the devil. But at the end of the day, the Lord gets his way. He doesn't play. At the end of the day, what he says goes, and that's what it will be. Not everybody he's going to raise another for. Some of y'all who this is for, you're raising another is your husband. It's who it is. Not everybody gets a replacement spouse. That's not everybody's story. But anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. But this is what the Lord is saying, that your God-ordained husband, your God-ordained wife, whoever you're standing for, they're choosing to dance with somebody new. They're partnering with Satan in this thing, and they're not finding comfort. They're not having that fire burned within them. They're getting burned, all right, but the world's fire, it burns you. God's fire, it purifies you. It renews you. It refines you. There's a difference. So they're filling that void, but it's due to pride. They could simply just come back home. They could simply just come back home. And in the video, guys, on the woman's part, like I said, she wakes up out of her sleep. She's in her like little lingerie, nightie, whatever. She wakes up out of her sleep and she starts singing her part of the song about not wanting to go out, but she's going to go anyway because she needs to find somebody new. She needs to fill that void. Again, he's saying they wake out of their sleep. They wake up out of their sleep feeling these feelings, but they still choose to push through due to pride, okay? But again, the end result is soul ties and that void not being filled. And if you look at the video on the woman's portion of the song, there are also spirits, men, the men dancing around her, they're spirits. Like you can see through them, they're transparent figures. So even in this part, the Lord was telling me and talking and ministering to me, he said, they're not filling the voids. And one man in particular that's dancing around the woman in the video, he has a cross hanging from his earring in his ear. So on this part, Lord is funny. He said, for many of you, the spouses have found people that actually present themselves as being Christians, as followers of Christ, and I love the Lord and so forth. And because this person has presented themselves to your spouse like that, they cling on to that. But there's a difference between a Christian woman, a Christian man, and a man of God and a woman of God, okay? You don't want just no Christian woman or man. You want a man of God or a woman of God. There is a huge difference, and I don't want to make this too long. I can't get into the differences, but there is a huge difference. So the Lord is even showing how darkness, like Satan, will portray himself as the light. The man in the video dancing around the girl, and if you guys choose to watch it, you'll see it. The video is very prophetic. He has a cross hanging from his ear. But it's him and a whole bunch of different people dancing around her, and they're all spirits in the video. Again, soul ties. The Lord is saying the only thing that they're creating with these unions, these partnerships that they're in, is soul ties. And they're feeling empty and defeated. And they're still letting their pride take over. But honey, God will bring your prideful self right on down, and you will have no choice but to humble yourself. And he wanted me to read Proverbs 17, verse 19. It says, he who loves transgression loves strife. He who builds his gate high invites destruction. I'll read that one more time. He who loves transgression loves strife. He who builds his gate high invites destruction. Okay? With pride comes destruction, y'all. Proverbs 18:12 says, before his downfall, a man's heart is proud, but humility comes before honor. God will humble them real quick, okay? And when he humbles you, when he humbles them, they're going to get it together. And that's when they'll be put in a place of honor, when they start to walk according to his will and not the ways of the world, okay? Proverbs 29:23, a man's pride will bring him low, but a humble spirit will obtain honor. A man's pride will bring him low. They feeling real low, y'all. Many of y'all may not know this, but yeah, they're feeling low. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the gram or Facebook or any of those books, okay? They're feeling low. When you choose to go outside of the will of God, you feel low. You may put on a presentation like you don't feel low, but honey, okay. A man's pride will bring him low, but a humble spirit will obtain honor. That's Proverbs 29:23, okay? Jeremiah 49:16, the terror you cause and the pride of your heart have deceived you. O dwellers in the clefts of the rocks, O occupiers of the mountain summit. Though you elevate your nest like eagles, even from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. Okay, so the Lord is saying, no matter how high you get and how high and mighty and prideful you act, he gonna bring you down. So that's all I have for this word, y'all. The Lord is saying your spouse is dancing with the devil, okay? Dancing with a stranger. A stranger is a foreigner, okay? Someone strange is something unknown, okay? They're dancing with people that can never fill the spot of a wife. They're dancing with Hagars instead of Sarahs, okay? And they're creating Ishmaels instead of Isaacs. It's self-explanatory. But I was super excited, guys, when the Lord gave me this song, because he doesn't speak to me through song lyrics, but again, I allow him to use me. I don't care about YouTube and how people feel. He'll use anything. And if he's speaking to me, I'm going to listen because I want to catch what he's saying. But that's what he's saying with this word, for who this is for. And I'll link the video in the description box. The video he had me choose came from YouTube. And again, it was 3 minutes and 16 seconds, okay? It was 3 minutes and 16 seconds long. Hold on, guys. Multitasking. And I told you what the Lord spoke to me about that. He said, the first step of loving another is to give. For God so loved the world, John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. So he gave something he loved to save something he loved. Okay, catch that, who it's for. That's the first step in loving another person. Okay, the first step in love is to give. If you don't know how to give, to die to self, to give up your own fleshly desires for the other person, then you're not ready to love another person, okay? Because for God so loved the world, he gave. first step to love is giving. That's what my father taught me. And this video he had me watch was 3:16, 3 minutes and 16 seconds. And again, he did speak to me even with Sam in real life being gay. The Lord said, yeah, he said there's no difference between being gay and committing adultery. They are both sins in his eyes. And he doesn't say, oh, well, being gay is higher as a higher sin than adultery. No, they're the same. They're both sins. It's just our sins come with different consequences, y'all. But that's all I have for this word. Y'all probably gonna see me a lot because no lie, I had like between dreams and visions last night, it seems like it was like 10 of them. I was constantly waking up, recording, and yeah. But I'm excited. I like when the Lord speaks to me, and I'm here for it. So who this is for, catch this word. Just know God is going to humble them, and he has the last laugh. What does it say? He who laughs last laughs best, and God will get the last laugh, and it will be the best laugh because he's God, and nobody can trump his plans for you. We all have different plans and a different walk that he has us on. My walk and standing doesn't look like someone else's walk. Your walk won't look like mine, but at the end of the day, it's God's perfect purpose and will that will be accomplished in the situation. Okay, your story was written before you were born. My story was written before we were born. We will never know the whole story. We just have to walk with God and let it play out. But he's saying they're filling voids, guys. They're not happy. And you guys are going to start to see that because they will reach out to you. Again, one of the meanings of Sam's name is told by God. And the Lord spoke to me in this part. There's several meanings. So some meanings say told by God, others it's God hears, but the told by God part is what the Lord spoke to my spirit about. And he said, they know who you are. Your wife, your husband, they know exactly who you are. They know that you are the person that they are supposed to be with, but that pride in their heart, whew, it's serious. But pride comes before destruction, guys. So yeah. I love y'all. Coaching is open. Send me your prayer requests, your testimonies. I'm going to get off here and give y'all your Wednesday back. I stuttered a little bit in this video, but y'all know when I don't have my coffee, this is water. When I don't have my coffee, I be stuttering. But y'all better be lucky God didn't give you a ministry of singing because I would have sung the whole song to you guys. The Lord knew not to give me a gift of singing because Lord Jesus, I would be on here singing every prophetic word he gives me and y'all would be like, Nina, just stop. So yeah, I don't have the gift of singing because if I did, I would have sung this whole song to y'all. But watch the video if you don't have a religious mindset and let the Lord minister to you through that video because he will. That video is prophetic. And Sam and Normani, whatever her name is, I'm pretty sure they don't even know that, but it's very prophetic. It's a prophetic video. And the Lord ministered to me through it about what he wanted me to release to you guys. And I was like, ooh, I'm like, wow. But okay, that's all I got for you guys. I love you. Have a blessed day. Bye.